I think we can grow at a modest pace. I think we can grow somewhat stronger in 2012 than we have in the second half of 2011.
We simply have got to get our unemployment rate down if we ever expect our economy to be restored. And if that means building bridges and building roads, then we should build bridges and roads. What worries me the most is the housing situation. It's more than just a moribund situation. It's the banks are, with screwy accounting procedures, they're holding mortgages that won't show up for 5 years, and as long as that's the case, I don't see us getting off the bottom in terms of housing.
I would say
Well, I think we made a lot of progress on housing. I mean, housing demand, home sales, they bottomed out. They've essentially been 5.5 million new and existing home sales for the last 2.5 years. Housing supply, that's hit bottom. In fact, it's starting to rise. Construction spending is picking up, mostly multifamily construction, and that'll continue. The remaining problem is house prices.
And defaults.
And that's the result of foreclosure. But we're making progress there too. And I think confidence is very low now in large part because of the political acrimony and the lack of the inability of policymakers to ostensibly get it together on lots of different fronts. And I think if, and I don't really see that changing to a large degree until after the election.
There's always uncertainty. From an investor point of view, that's a 24/7 reality, uncertainty. And there's always uncertainty to a degree concerning Washington, because Congress exists and Congress passes laws, and laws change things.
So if you look at Dodd-Frank alone, Dodd-Frank, 2,000-page outline, hundreds of rulemakings, dozens of follow-on studies. The CFTC alone has something like 30 categories on their website for major rulemakings. In a typical year pre-Dodd-Frank, the CFTC maybe writes one major rule, two, three is a big year. 30 categories, lots of major rules. They're just one agency. Then you go around town, you've got the SEC has a huge to-do list out of Dodd-Frank.
I think the greatest force for job destruction in this country right now has been the government in its broad sense. That I think when you watch what happened to consumer confidence and spending after the debt default drama, when you watch what happened in the stock market after the super committee failure, more wealth, more jobs, more everything were wiped out by government's simple inability to give people a sense of confidence that they're on their game and actually trying to do constructive things.
What I'd like to see from this president is the ability to stand up and define policies, stay with him, and support his appointees. Up to now, he's left the regulators out there to hang.